We have the IOCCC prize in art restoration. I've done a bit of art restoration before.
Yes. So we took a bit of artistic license with this prize, but I think you'll agree it is apt.
Well, let's find out who won before we talk about it.
And the IOCCC prize in art restoration goes to Ilya Kurdyukov from Russia.
Congratulations, Ilya, for your second win of the night and your sixth win overall. This is a fun piece of code which you actually might make use of. And you'll see why in just a moment. See why. We have to get the C puns in there somehow. But yeah, let's look at the source code. Actually, how you compile. And so it makes use of libjpeg. So these are basically stuff I had to use to find the library and find the include files. So you have to have libjpeg, the library installed, as well as the development part of the libjpeg, the header files. It makes use of those services. And the source code looks like this. Now, I first thought this was like one of those SD cards that had the notch in it, like those micro SD you stick in your camera. But someone else had a more accurate thing of what this code is shaped like.
Are you there,
Leo? I think you had a guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
This looked like an art restorer workbench. So the kind of nice inclined plane to work on the art piece and the shelf for all the tools. So we'll see what it does.
Looking from the side. So yes. Now if you go and look at it in the Clang format, you'll find that it does have a main function here, a single main function. And all the stuff here is these macros, right? So it's a heavily macroed stuff. You might say that these macros are kind of like functions, but inline functions to do some fairly heavy magic. But there's some fairly heavy magic here, but also this is where a lot of magic occurs as well. There's some reading of stuff, setting up things, and producing results. But there's some heavy magic going on in these loops. Again, a single main function with some fairly complicated macros that are quite just twisted. And if you start getting the C processor to unravel those macros, it turns into an amazing piece of code. So what does it do? Well, if you give it a JPEG input, you get some output. And when you look at that output, you see this. So on the left-hand side was the original input, and the right side is the actual cleaned up. So here you can see the original thing that had all these JPEG artifacts, and it's not showing there. I'll try again.
No, not there.
You can see that those JPEG artifacts, right? And the result is the output as a cleaned up JPEG.
Yeah, for people watching on the phones, it will be hard to see. But trust me, the number of artifacts is greatly reduced.
Yeah. Here's another one where we get another JPEG input that has a low quality, and the output is greatly improved. So we take here again the set. You can see in this region that there's like around these letters, there are all these artifacts that are there that when you look at this spot, it's cleaned up greatly. So it does quite a bit of a good job of reducing. Here's another case where we take a low quality JPEG. In this particular case, here is the input here, and this is the output. And Leo, going to explain what that image is. The thing you made.
I've computed the difference between the original quality 24 image and the final restored image, and these differences are enhanced by brightness enhanced. So this, you can see that all the corrections applied were mostly at the boundaries of these little 8x8 JPEG squares. And interestingly, that some of the squares, one is almost black, so it didn't need any correction. And at the bottom right, most of them were very much corrected, mostly for the blue. So, well, that's some interesting processes going on in this program, particularly depending on the color of the square. That's interesting.
All it's missing now is a monthly subscription.
Right.
Yes.
That's,
this is completely free to use, and it is released under Creative Commons, so you can use it. You can even use it in applications that are commercial applications. It's a nice algorithm, making use of it uses the JPEG stuff to manipulate and to produce, but the algorithm for noise reduction is in that very small, compact piece of C code.
Thanks for watching. And before you go, please like and subscribe and check out the social media links in the description below. And if you like, you can support us on Patreon to help us bring you new content so you may enjoy our favorite universe even more.